Hello guys and welcome to another Daily Fix with me, Sean Paul Johnston here at Small Fry Unify. Now, I was a little bit absent last week, just to let you know guys, I was sick, so I decided not to come on. I don't want them, but I decided not to come on and be sniffling away on the camera, so that's why I never done any Daily Fixes. And I was going to do a stream, but I decided not to do it last minute, just because, again, I was feeling crappy. I thought, what's the point? Anyway, as you guys can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about a little bit about the Nintendo Q2 financial results and what Nintendo's basically let people know about the sales of the Switch, how well it's doing, and basically how well they're doing in general. And it looks all rosy from everything we can see so far. So yeah, you guys know what my opinions have been on the Switch for a long time now, ever since before it was first announced. And once we knew kind of what it was going to be and leading up to the launch itself, you guys know I've been saying this during the podcast as well, that I think it's going to be one of Nintendo's biggest selling consoles and could quite easily match the Wii if they get it right, if they keep supporting it the way they have been. Now, things like the games they've been releasing, that says now at 200. By the way, I said a couple of Daily Fixes ago that it was 500. I think that was games that are still in the future, but right now Nintendo's confirmed there's 200 games available. That includes eShop titles. But yeah, 200 games for the machine, and we're only into like month 8 or something, month 7 or 8. So that's incredible. And we've had some massive titles already. Super Mario Odyssey, you know, that's obviously the big one. Getting Super Mario Odyssey, as you can see there, look at his wee happy face, but Cappy. Super Mario Odyssey, that looks like it's a massive success. Getting 10s and full-on scores all around the board pretty much. Matching something like the Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild. So it's got obviously Mario Kart 8, we've got ARMS, Splatoon 2, we're getting Rocket League on the 14th of November, we've got L.A. Noire coming, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But basically, it's going to be one of Nintendo's, if not Nintendo's, best ever first year for a console. And I think a lot of people who have bought the console are going to be massively impressed by it and really be enjoying their purchase and looking forward to what's coming, especially next year when we've got things like Pokémon potentially next year, Metroid Prime 4, a new Kirby game. We still haven't heard anything about an Animal Crossing for the Switch. We know obviously there's a mobile version, but there's so many games that Nintendo's got, so many unique IPs that they could call upon to put onto this console. You know, we've not seen something like a Mario Strikers for a long time, or a Mario's Golf or something for the Switch. And the fact that it's portable, these games will all come. But anyway, let's get into the actual financial results, or the stuff they mentioned. So I was saying that leading up to Christmas, now there's every potential that I was saying we could hit 10 million by Christmas. If I hit 10 million by Christmas, we could probably hit about 15 million by March, especially with all the games coming out. And I said, like, during the first year, I think what Nintendo's done is they've put some of their big massive hitters on there. Zelda, Mario, obviously, Xenoblade Chronicles. I think they were putting those games on there to try and get the actual user base, the install base, built up, so then third parties, would then jump on board. And that looks like what Nintendo's done. It's actually looking quite sort of like they've followed that plan. They've supported it massively well for the first year. They held back things on the eShop, restricting like too many games, even though there's 200 now. But they held back some of the indie titles, so other ones would get exposure. But even now, there's still floods of games coming in, so it's looking really positive on that front. But yeah, now when it's saying that the hardware for the last quarter sold 2.93 million units, and that's now taken it to lifetime to date to 7.63 million Switches. 7.63 now, put that into perspective, the Wii U sold under 14 million in the space of 4 years. So that was in 4 years. Nintendo right now is only in its second quarter with this console. We're going into the third quarter now. So by the end of this year, and over Christmas time, you think just now, we're only like 2.37 million off 10 million units. And with Super Mario Odyssey just released, Xenoblade Chronicles, all those games I mentioned, Rocket League and everything, all those games coming out, Christmas is going to be absolutely massive for Nintendo and the Switch. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get even close to 12 million. And I'm putting out there 12 million is my prediction by the end of the Christmas period. That's going to be about 4 million, not even 4 million, 3.5 million. So, yeah, 4.5 million, sorry. Just over 4.5 million over the next 4-5 months. And I can see that happening quite easily because I think Nintendo's probably held back their stock. So let's see how that goes. Christmas time, but we're probably looking towards 15 million by the end of this first year. And that's exactly what Nintendo's predicted. They've upped their forecast from 10 million for its first year to 14 million. That's probably still quite conservative. If you recall going back about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, when the Switch was still being rumoured about and there was things not like clear about it, there was rumours about Nintendo planning to sell or planning to get made 20 million in its first year, and everyone thought that was crazy. They're never going to sell that many consoles. Well, it looks like they're going to sell like probably 14. That's what they're projecting, but it's probably going to sell more than 14 in its first year. So they weren't far off the mark. You know, who knows? Maybe it could sell 20 million by the end of the year. But anyway, let's get some of the other ones. Software-wise, it sold 7.97 million for the quarter. That's the quarter just past, quarter two. It sold 343 million lifetime to date. Software, that's crazy. Sorry, I'm looking at this 3DS. So it sold 13.98 million for the quarter. So even better for the quarter. And it sold 27.58 million lifetime to date. That doesn't include... it says only counts digital software that has a retail version. Yes, so it's not including only eShop only titles or digital only titles. So it's probably even higher than that. Obviously, the 3DS is still selling all right. It's not too bad. That's probably going to go on to sell over 70 million. Kind of low for one of their handhelds, considering things like the 3DS and everything sold over 100 million. You know, not the 3DS, the new Nintendo DS. Sorry. Anyway. Moving on, there are smart devices, so they're IP related to mobile phone stuff. That's done really well. That's at a 426% increase on year-on-year basis. And it's sold, now if I've got my conversions right here, it's 17.9 thousand million. So I presume that's a billion, thousand million. So it's done just under 18 billion yen, which, if my calculations are right, is about 120 million UK pounds. So whatever that is in US dollars, 130, 140 million US dollars. Pretty good profit for mobile. The actual share for their Pokémon Go app, now you obviously, know, Niantic, Google, and the Pokémon company, they're all involved with that. So Nintendo only gets about 10%, I think, of the profits. But their profits alone from that game so far has been just under 6.5 billion yen, which is about 43 million. Getting 43 million pounds for a game, you're getting 10% in. It's pretty impressive. And obviously the numbers that it's generated, people bringing it to the console, to the mobiles, to that IP, that could carry over to a Switch version, which we know is getting made now as well, as announced at E3. Anyway, the Switch itself has had a few million sellers now. Zelda Breath of the Wild, 4.7 million. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 4.42 million. Splatoon 2, 3.61 million, pretty good. 1-2 Switch, 1.37 million, and ARMS 1.35 million. ARMS and 1-2 Switch, they're kind of niche titles to me. They don't seem to be, like in my head, I don't see them as massive sellers. Maybe ARMS will go on to sell a little bit more and maybe get some, maybe I'll get another like sequel or something, I don't know what. But the other ones, the Splatoon 2, Mario Kart and Zelda, they seem more like, like regular IPs to me, at least. Yeah, and obviously Super Mario Odyssey, I would be surprised if that's not sold a couple of million already. Anyway, like I said, they've increased their fiscal year profits or their sales forecast from 10 million to 14 million, and they've upped their Switch software forecast from 30 million to 50 million. There's a bunch of other stats there, guys. I'm not going to read them out because there's like tons of things there. There's a whole financial results, so you can go and check that as well. But basically, the Nintendo CEO, Tatsumi, I forgot his bloody name now, no, it's not Tatsumi. Anyway, he's basically said that in 2018, we're going to see much more ways of the Switch having fun software and stuff like that. So we know new games are coming. There's going to be new software for the machine, different types of stuff, maybe like things like 1-2 Switch. So we'll get some new stuff. We're still going to see browsers. We're still going to see things like video players, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. These things are all coming. We know they're coming. Nintendo's already said it. Regis Fils-Aimé has already said that they're coming. So we'll see them. I think we're probably going to see that stuff towards the end of this year, or at the start of next year. That'll probably be their big Nintendo Direct, where they normally give out a lot of the information at the start of the year, so we'll know what to look forward to. And that's probably when we're going to see more information on the Nintendo online program, and we'll probably get some stuff about what games are going to come with that, what's included in the price, the online service, virtual console stuff, where we're getting apps and everything. So I think that's all going to be built into that kind of thing. But yeah, exciting times. Nintendo's absolutely killing this year. I think just on this news alone, they're at their highest they've ever been since 2008, stock-wise, value-wise as a company. If you go into the actual stock exchange, you can see Nintendo's up at something like their market capitalization is at 50 billion. If you go back to the Wii and the Nintendo DS era, the stocks were up at something like 70 billion. That was the highest they've ever been. It was massive. And that, like, you think of Nintendo, just a games company. You've got companies like Apple now, they're obviously hundreds of billions now. But 70 billion for a market cap for a company, that's humongous. Right now it's at 50 billion market cap. That's actually more than Sony. I think in this news alone today, it raised about 6%, 7%. So yeah, it looks like investors are enjoying the news. We've still got some massive games coming for the end of this year, and next year's looking incredibly good. Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm going to be checking out your comments. I want to say a big shout out to, by the way, to everyone that's been chipping in with their comments for stuff about the Windows Mixed Reality. You guys from the Facebook page that have joined them, talking about what is good, what is bad about those headsets, what we're looking forward to, like eye tracking and kind of stuff. Anyway, for this one here, jump in the comments. I'll be checking those out. Let me know what you think about the financial results. To be honest, these don't really mean anything. As long as we're getting cool games, as long as Nintendo's doing well, that's the main thing I think to take from this. Especially coming off something like the Wii U, where it didn't do that well. You know, I love the console, I've told you guys about this before, but on a financial level, as a successful level, it was a kind of failure for Nintendo. It was one of the worst failures they've ever had. As a console, home console, it's the worst they've ever done as a home console. So to see Nintendo killing it right now, doing extremely well, and selling tons of consoles, you know what? It's pretty good to be a Nintendo fan right now. I think we're going to see a lot of people jumping on board over Christmas now that Super Mario Odyssey is out. Let me know what you think about it, by the way. I've had a shot of it, played the first couple of levels. Really, really cool. Looks beautiful on the Switch. I've been playing it with the Pro Controller. It's awesome, so cool. So I'm going to play more of that. But anyway, guys, I'll be checking out your comments. Hopefully you've had a good day. I'm going to leave you with this beautiful face. There you go. His beautiful face. Look how happy he is. There he is there. Look at his smile. He's printing money. You know that old meme with Shigeru Miyamoto and the old president, I forgot his bloody name now. I forgot his name. Anyway, now he's got the money printing out their mouth. Awesome stuff. Anyway, guys, take care. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I'll be back tomorrow for the next Daily Fix. Probably be going over the Sony conference. They had their fall event thing where they were showing some new games off. Probably talk a little bit about that. And I want to talk to you guys. Just had their CitizenCon thing just recently. Is it still on? I pressed stop, but it's still going. Wait a second.